wanted to show you just a little DIY gunsmithing thing I'm gonna do to the rifle here. I'll roll in some pictures, but the gas block that came with the original upper of this rifle actually touches the bottom of my Midwest Industries rail, and I'll roll in some pictures so you can actually see. You probably can't see it from that angle, but I'll roll in some photos. It's definitely touching the rail right up against it, and it doesn't seem to be causing any accuracy issues. I've shot out to 400 and 500 yards with this rifle with decent accuracy, and it's just something that bothers me aesthetically, and it's just something it'll give me a little bit of peace of mind. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this rail off, obviously, and I'm gonna try and work this gas block without having to remove the barrel and the muzzle device. And if I have to remove the muzzle device, then so be it. But I'm gonna try and see if I can file this gas block down, the underside of it. The top part's not touching, it's the underside that's actually right up against the rail, or yeah, the rail system. So I'm going to try and take a file and maybe some other smaller files and see if I can just get it shaved down so it's not completely resting up against this rail. And like I said, if I have to take the muzzle device off and slide it all the way off, then that's what I'll do. And so here we go. I'm going to start by popping the rail off. Alright, so I can tell the other side popped out there. Put that there, put the red dot right there. There we go. So that comes right off. Super light, super awesome, super, not budget friendly, but a well-priced rail system. These Midwest rails are pretty awesome. Like 200 bucks, you get a really nice M-LOK rail. But that's not what this video is about, so we're going to put that to the side. And it looks like I can work on this without having to take it off. So I'm going to give it a shot. I don't have a vise. I don't have a bench block. Currently, I'm kind of working on getting one. So I'm going to try and be really careful and not dig up my hex screws, the set screws that hold that in, and I'm just gonna try and work these corners off, see if I can get it rounded without damaging it. Well, there's no try, I'm just gonna do it. So it seems to be a pretty soft metal. I think I'm going to tape the barrel off so I don't dig this barrel up too bad. All right, so I've got a little bit of it done, or most of the work done, I should say. And And so now I'm just using kind of a triangular needle file and just this cheap diamond file that I got off eBay. And I'm just kind of getting it smoothed out so it's not so rough. But as you can see, I've got it worked down pretty good. And I test fitted it in the rail, and it seems that I've created quite a bit of clearance just from rounding it all the way around. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not super worried about any ruining any structural integrity of this gas block. I think it's gonna be fine. And if not, I guess I'll blow up or something. I don't know. Highly doubtful. I think we're gonna be all right. So I'm just gonna work it over with the big file here a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get started with the two smaller, the diamond file here. And I have a few of these that I can work with. These seem to be pretty good. And then maybe finish it off with a finer diamond file, and then I'm gonna coat it. So I haven't touched. That's probably some poor lighting right there. I'll get the flashlight out. There you go. So I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I haven't touched the set screws at all. They've been untouched. They're recessed down in there, and the only thing I've done is just kind of worked right over the top of them. I'll roll in some pictures. I did take some pictures of the clearance I'm getting. Oh, we're upside down. All right. Oh yeah, I mean, you probably can't see it from that angle, but substantially better. Much better. I'll definitely roll in some pictures so you guys can get an idea of how much better this is. Not bad. So, I think we'll keep it there, and I'll start working on it with the finer files. And I'm not pushing really hard, just kind of smoothing it out with this finer diamond file. Alright, so I'm going to take this needle file, or this, I don't know what you call it, it's like a triangular needle file, or an angled needle file. I'm just going to work the middle here. Okay, we do have some fine grit. I think this is 500 grit. Not bad. That's pretty good. Just kind of make sure all the little metal shavings are out of there. That's not bad. You can definitely still see some little ridges from the heavier file I got here, but really not that bad. Now, if I wanted to, I could get really crazy and get the Dremel out and polish it or whatever, but I'm going to paint it anyways, so not necessary. And the whole point of this project was to kind of avoid the Dremel. Alright, So that's pretty damn good. So, ideally, you would want to get some high heat, like automotive spray paint, and paint this, or get some bluing solution and blue this. I don't have either of those, but what I do have as a temporary fix is the Birchwood Casey Super Black Touch-Up Pen right there. I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it up here just for that angle. And this holds up pretty good. I mean, this gas block's gonna get smoking hot, and it's probably gonna cook it right off. So this is just temporary. I'm actually interested to see. Ooh, wow, that's really coming out of there. How long this will last on the gas block. I'm gonna shoot this gun this weekend, and I'll see. I'll get it nice and cooking hot. Wow, that really came out of there. All right. This kind of goes on like a paintbrush, and it's got a like a spring-loaded tip to it. And if it kind of loads up the felt tip. There you go. That doesn't look. That's definitely not a clean paint job, but it's at least covering that exposed metal, and that's all I'm worried about right now. When it cooks off, I'll hopefully have a can of automotive spray paint or some sort of bluing solution. But that's about it, guys. I'll roll in some pictures of the rail after the rail's been put back on and the tape's off and the paint's dried and everything. But that's it. 3 files and a paint pen, and Firearms Birchwood Casey paint pen. And you can file your gas block down. Now, if you had a ton of metal that you needed to remove, I would probably suggest getting a Dremel tool out and doing that. But if you just need to make a little bit more clearance for your really low profile rails, a couple files does the trick. That's all for now. I'll probably have some more little tips and tricks videos coming up in the near future, but for now, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.